Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope everybody's doing well. Are you all geared up, Crow fan, for tomorrow? Because we've got that AMA with the CEO of Crypto.com, Chris. Is he going to give us the answers we're after regarding that burn reversal that happened, which absolutely sent shockwaves through the Crow fam in terms of that? It's really put us into a dark place at the moment. Is he going to give us light at the end of the tunnel on this? Well, obviously tomorrow will give us that answer, but we'll get into that in just a little sec. But also, we're going to talk about the Line token as well, because I'm super bullish on that, because obviously that's been making some big moves towards the upside. So we'll get into that as well. Also Bitcoin and also the stock markets, because obviously the stock market is dictating where the crypto market's going at the moment. Because obviously today and this week, we've got earnings coming out as well. That's also going to be market movers. We've also got Core Weaving IPO on Thursday, AI play to watch. This could also dictate some of the crypto AIs out there as well. And obviously, we've got the Solana ETF decision, and we've got the Aave buyback rumors. Big week ahead for the stock markets as well as the crypto market. So before I start, smash that like button and give a subscribe. You know, your support is always much appreciated, as I say in every video. But as we can see here as well, what we are noticing we're starting to know cumulative net take volume of USD is dropping down. Bitcoin selling pressure is decreasing. We can see what's been happening from basically the 20th February all the way through March. It's starting to decrease, which is really is bullish for the crypto market. But also the market structure, we're in that consolidation range again, which we had in July 2023 and also July of 2024. And again, we're starting to get that consolidation range again starting to happen. So we're just consolidating, which is generally a lot of boring action. But obviously, we've had 3 red months in terms of crypto. But is Q2 going to be actually the catalyst that swaps things around and it end up being super bullish? Because as we all know, with the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell is starting to ease up on quantitative tightening. It's starting to get a bit more into quantitative easing now. Now, don't get me wrong, we're not fully in quantitative easing. This is he's been reducing the balance sheet over these past years, and now it's starting to get that QE starting to come in now. But it's very slow, very gradual. So obviously, that is super bullish for the crypto market and also risk assets in general in stock markets as well. So obviously, this is all very data dependent. So that is really bullish as well. So that's why I think Q2 is going to be very bullish for crypto, hopefully. But obviously, you know, things could change very quickly in the crypto market and also in the stock markets as well. Because don't forget, stocks are very correlated. Well, I should say crypto is very correlated with the stock markets. And right now, there is a lot of selling pressure in the stock markets. There's a lot of institutions, which is called a black blanket, where you're getting a lot of institutions at the moment are very cautious and not buying at the moment, where we start to see a lot of retail in the stock markets are buying a dip. But a lot of the big institutions at the moment are holding fire, waiting to see, particularly what happens with these, with obviously the tariffs that are coming about. So we've just got to bear that in mind. Watch that very carefully indeed. But like I said, going on to the tariffs, we can see the White House is scaling back on April 2nd tariff plan, focusing on target reciprocal taxes, bullish for the crypto market. And this is where I mean retail are buying the dips in the stocks and crypto. But at the moment, the institutions are being a lot more cautious at the moment. So there's a lot of things to watch out for and have a risk management. That's what I say at the moment. But going into Bitcoin at the moment, we know we fell on the daily below, obviously, that 50 EMA. And we actually, what's starting to happen now is we've actually started to climb above that red line there, which is the 200 EMA. We've clambered back up above that now. And we've also got above that 20 EMA. Are we going to get that short squeeze? Because we've got that bottom action, which was down around about $77,000. Did we find a local bottom there? Are we going to make our way back up to that area of that demand zone there, back up above the 50 EMA, and then potentially come back down and retest that $76,000 kind of area? But obviously, if we get them really bullish news, and we're starting to get bullish news out for the stock markets as well, obviously that could rally up the markets too. So obviously, we've got a lot of things to watch out for as well. But like I said, what makes me more bullish is that we've got above that 20 EMA and we're grinding the way up. But don't forget, we have over the weekend low liquidity. tend to happen. Monday seems to be dumpy days. So we just got to bear that in mind. And we're waiting to see what happens with the stock markets as well. Because what we have found out, obviously, with the S&P 500, we're in that area, that trading choppy sideways area, and then we've lost structure, dropped down below now, and we're well below that 200 EMA. Now, we want the stock markets, specifically the S&P 500, to clamber back up above that 200 EMA. But what's a little bit bullish is here, we're starting to connect up that 20 EMA with that 200 EMA there. So if that crosses over, that's quite a bullish sentiment where we might start to get a bit of a short squeeze towards the upside and come up to this area of resistance around there. Now, break through that, then obviously continuation. But what I want to see is, I want to see the stock market, like the S&P 500, to do a V-shaped recovery. That would be super bullish in my opinion. But if we sort of like get up to that 200 EMA and break back down towards the downside, then obviously that could be very risky for the crypto market as well. But going out into the lions as well, because obviously I've been accumulating from the lion token, because we know the roadmap's out. We've already been through this in previous videos. The roadmap's out, which is super bullish in my opinion. This is really exciting. As we know, the lion token is backed by crypto.com as well. So obviously they very dictate what actually happens with probably the price action of this as well. But obviously it's got a lot of things going over the next 5 years, which is super bullish. But also, you know, you can see there's a lot of activity on the lion season. We can see what's been going on. Arbitrum, we've been also on there as well, on their ecosystem and other ecosystems as well. But we could go through here. There's a lot of things going on, which is super bullish. But what we can also see is the lion token, compared to what's happening with CRO at the moment, is really made some really nice gains towards the upside. And obviously, I got that airdrop as well. I've been accumulating. I've got about 700,000 lion tokens at the moment. My target is, I like to get to 1 million. That's what I want to get up to. And are we going to get up to that 30, 50 pence? If the bull market continues for the crypto market, that's where I think we could go to. Let me know where you think we could go to in terms of the lion token. I think there's potentially to go to about 30 pence to 50 pence kind of area and make some big moves, because the ecosystem is pretty strong. Lots of fundamentals on there, and it's got a strong community with the loaded lions as well, and also the Crow fam too. But obviously, we've had some big moves towards the upside, so hopefully onwards and upwards. But what we're looking at for at the moment is obviously looking at CRO. CRO token at the moment, we're starting to get ahead of this AMA. We're starting to get some bullish news come through. And that, like here, we've got the Crow fam. We're building something cool. Stay tuned for the brand new rebranding hub, bigger rewards, better features, plug huge diamond giveaways. Watch this space, because don't forget, we have got the AMA coming on, which is basically SGT time, which is Singapore time at 1 o'clock PM. I think that is UK time, is around about 5 in the morning. So I'm going to be up about 4 in the morning, getting ready to watch this, because this will be, in my opinion, a make or break for the CRO token. This is obviously going to be very volatile for the Crow fam, but also, for the Crow token, should I say. But yeah, it's going to be very volatile for our minds as well, because what I will say is, before it's too late, submit questions to the crypto.com. Get as many questions out there. And one of the main questions I think is going to be coming out is going to be about that burn reversal. Now, I'm really hoping Chris, the CEO of crypto.com, will give us the answers to why that has happened. Because as we know, up till now, we've had nothing regarding that. It's been absolute radio silence in terms of the burn reversal, which has sent shockwaves throughout the Crow fam. It sent us into quite a dark place, a very despairing place, to be honest with you. And I know a lot of bigger influencers have stopped doing videos or sold a lot of their tokens as well, because of obviously what's been going on. It's really has angered the Crow fam. I'm really hoping he's going to put everybody's mind at rest and give us the reason why that was the case. Now, people say, is he going to be talking about IPOs and such like? I don't think he's going to talk about IPOs, because obviously regulatory issues on that. I don't think he's going to be talking about that too much at all, or any at all, really, to be honest with you. But he's obviously going to give us a focus of what's going to be coming into the near future in terms of crypto.com, of what they've also accomplished at the moment. because obviously he's tweeted that out. But I want him to actually start talking about the CRO token. I think that's a real must, because you see BNB, we see, I'm not a fan of CZ or anything like that, or BB, but BNB token. But he does talk about that BNB token quite a bit, and about the BNB chain. Chris never talks about the CRO token. If he does, it's very rare. And I want Chris to talk more and more about the CRO token, make it more bullish. Him to talk about it more is going to be super bullish for the CroFam, for the CRO token as well. I want him to talk about it, not every day, but like at least once a week, talk about something about the CRO token to rally it up, to make it push, because all we've seen on the CRO token right now, go to the CRO token, and we go to the 1 day, and all we've seen is basically a bloodfest. It's just been bleeding out. And it looks like we sort of bottomed out around about here. Now we're in this area of consolidation. We're just trying to get above that 20 EMA. But I think we're just going to go sideways action today, and obviously until tomorrow morning, because obviously the market is waiting to see what Chris says. Now, if he doesn't put us in confidence regarding that reversal burn, then obviously I think with the potential we could come along and actually tank really heavily down to the downside, and probably testing that 6 cents, even maybe go down to 5 cents. So we just got to bear that in mind. But if he gives us the answers regarding why that burned, and it's super bullish news about it, then obviously that could really, really rocket the price up towards the upside and start making our way back up. But obviously right now you can see this money outflow has just been absolutely coming out. People have been selling up. But what I want him to see, give us clarity regarding that reversal burn and start talking about CRO token, just like CZ talks about his BNB token all the time. So hopefully, stay tuned for tomorrow, because obviously this is going to give us the answers. So I'm going to be up nice and early watching this, because obviously this is going to be a decision time for me and many other people like yourselves as well. So tomorrow's a big day. Stay tuned. But like I said, give us a like and give us a subscribe. Your support is always much appreciated. And I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care.